Hi guys, welcome back to another Ma and Pa journey or our story video. I do apologize that it's taken us quite a while to film this next video, but as you can see from the background, there has been a change in scenery, and that is because Pa and I have recently moved. So between moving and work schedules and all, it's become a bit difficult to pick up the camera. And so that is our apologies, but we are here and we are going to try to make this work now. So you will not be seeing Pa in this video because he's at work. And so I have a little bit more time on my hands so I can go ahead and catch you guys up. In the last video, we were heading to Colorado Springs. Now, I want you guys to know something, please. Just because we might be smiling in some of these videos, it's because, you know what? It's already come and gone, and now we're letting you know what's going on or what happened. And that was a really hard time and a really emotional time for Pa and I. And we had to push a lot. It was very emotionally draining for us. So please understand that we never filmed during that time because there was just no way. We were too emotionally drained and going through too much to be able to pick up a camera and record. So now that everything is come and gone, and we're in a better place, is why we're able to film these. But it does kind of bring us down a bit sometimes when we are talking about it. But we did kind of want to, let you guys know what happened and why we just stopped recording. So where we left off was we were heading to Colorado Springs. We went over there because our daughter and son-in-law invited us to come over to stay with them. And so we were able to stay with them in about 3 to 4 months time span. While we were there, we bonded with family, we got to bond with our daughter, our son-in-law, our grandson, and it was a nice time for the circumstances that we were in. We got to see a lot of Colorado Springs. We got to see Fort Carson and a lot of the small towns around Colorado. It was magical. It was beautiful. I got to see snow for the first time. Well, me and Pa did. And it was really nice while we were there. But being that our son-in-law is in the Army, they got the call to get restationed. And so they ended up having to leave Colorado Springs. And they left cross country to Buffalo. So we helped them out with the move and everything. And they left. And we could have gone with them, but we chose not to for 2 reasons. Well, 1, financially, we were not able to do the move again. And 2, because we really did fall in love with Colorado and wanted to stay there. Pa and I wanted to give it a go. We thought to ourselves, you know what, maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is a fresh start, new state, new opportunities, And we really did like it there. So we did try to give it a go. Now, keep in mind that when we stayed there, we transitioned over, obviously, when our family left, we transitioned over to an extended stay hotel, where, if anybody knows what an extended stay hotel is like, you got to pay for it daily, weekly, but it's not like when you pay for your rent. A rent is once a month, you pay, whatever your rent amount is, and that's it. But at a hotel, it fluctuates by season or by weekend or how much the rate is going to be. And the next thing you know, you're paying in the upwards of $2,000 to $4,000. And we just couldn't do that. I mean, we did do it for about a couple weeks, but then we realized really fast that we're not going to be able to do that. You got to understand, folks, while we were at the extended stay, we were still responsible for not only paying for the hotel, but paying for our storage back in Florida, but paying for our car insurance, our bills. Just because we didn't have a mortgage or rent didn't mean that we still didn't have bills or responsibilities that we still needed to keep up with. And technically speaking, paying for the hotel is basically paying for a rent. But it was bad. It was a vicious circle. By the time we ended up paying for the hotel and paying for our bills and everything, there was just no way that we could also save for a, down payment or first, last, and security and all that stuff that they ask for when you're moving or when you're looking for a place to live. And so it got really tough. Please understand, I'm sorry if it comes and goes, it gets dark, it gets light. It's just the lighting during the day. So I apologize for that as well. But keep in mind that it was becoming a vicious circle and a never-ending one at that. So we ended up saying, while we were there, we made the best of it. I was still remote working. Pa was doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, and applying at other companies like Amazon and Coca-Cola and other Walmart, other places over there, just to see if we could give it a go. And in the short time span that we stayed in that hotel, it dwindled. Oh my gosh, it hurt us financially humongously. So we were finding ourselves in the position of that we were going to have to leave again. And Pa and I were scared. We thought we were going to have to end up, living in our car for a while. Now, during this time, of course, we do stay in contact with our family, so they knew everything that was going on. So when they knew that we were reaching at a point where it was critical and that's it, we were told to come back home to our hometown here in Florida. Our family says, you are not going to live in a car. You're going to come back home. We're going to make it work and we'll figure things out. Now comes the part where we agreed. We said, okay, we're going to go home. But how? We've dwindled any amount of money that we could have had by paying for the hotel and everything. So there was no way we were going to be able to make the trip back home. And that's when I put out a call out, an SOS call out on social media. And our friends and family just pitched in and got it done. When we were getting ready to check out of the hotel, we had car trouble. That same day, we had loaded up the car, did everything, and we were getting ready to hit the road, and all of a sudden the car's stalling. So Pa did try to do everything he could. We went to Discount Auto Part. He tried to do what he can. So we went ahead and, lucky for us, across the street from the AutoZone or Discount Auto Part where we were at, there was a mechanic, and he saw us struggling, and he came over and asked us how he could help. And it was almost like if they were sent by God themselves. So he ended up having us take the car over to the shop, took a look at it, realized that we were getting water in where the spark plugs go. So now we have to fix the car because there was no way we were going to be able to get on the road. That was another hurdle. And that cost us in the upwards about $200 to $250. And again, we just got help to go back home. And here we are with another hurdle. Now understand, guys, this has been a circle. Every time we feel like we're taking 5 steps forward, we get knocked back like 10 steps back. And it was a nightmare. I'm telling you, it was so draining. And we're fighters, we're hustlers. We keep going, we keep pushing, and we try to stay positive, but there was only so much we could take. So again, with family and help, we get the car fixed. We were able to pay for the car repair, finally get on the road. Now, mind you, that means we had to stay one more night in Colorado because the part didn't come until the next day. So we stayed in the hotel, then went out back to the shop in the next morning, got the car fixed, and we finally headed home. It was a mission, guys. And so here's where we're going to pick up on video part 4, where we're finally heading back home to Florida. Thank you so much for being patient with us. Thank you so much for all your support, your love. Stay with us. Keep watching, subscribe, and watch out for part 4, which I promise will not take as long as this one did. Thank you guys for all your support.